Alright, dollhouse people, so this is part 3 of my kitchen remodel, and in this week's video I'm going to show you how to create the look of glass, of stained glass, for very inexpensive, and it's also very easy to do. So I'm going to also show you that and how to do a Dutch door for your dollhouse. The thing about buying a dollhouse kit is they often come with these very flimsy kind of plasticky windows, and in the past dollhouses that I've built, I usually just toss those out because I have this idea and I usually will replace all the windows and the trim and buy them the kits that you can build. But in this case, I'm actually going to use the dollhouse windows and the trim that came with this dollhouse, which if you don't know, I'm working on the Garfield Dollhouse. So in this case, what I've done is I just went out and I bought permanent markers, Sharpie brand in this case, and I'm just filling in the pattern that already comes on these printed windows, and I'm just filling it in. Now, if you want, you can buy or you can actually print online just different patterns, kind of like this, that are a little bit more intricate. But for this kitchen, what came with the dollhouse is perfect, so I'm just gonna fill them in. So a few things to remember. If you make a mistake, you need to wipe the ink off right away before it dries. That's the easiest. If you do let it dry, you can actually rub over it again with the permanent marker, and that will help take it off and then wipe it off right away. You can also use a Q-tip and Windex, but you may actually wind up staining the plastic a little bit. And then you can color over it, and it will work. I did it myself and it was just fine. And then another little tip is that when you are coloring it in, go in the same direction for all the pieces that you use. I didn't do that in my door window, and I really didn't like how it looked, but overall I love the way that this stained glass looks. Another part of the kitchen that I completed this week were both of the doors, the entrance door into the kitchen from the dining room, and then the exit door from the kitchen to the patio or the porch area. So you can kind of see in these pictures that the orangey red color, that's going to be the exterior part of the door, and then the inside of both the doors are going to be that washed brown stain that I also did on all the trim and on all the wood ceiling beams as well. And the interior door, I wanted to add a little something special, so I really wanted to do a Dutch door, and I might actually do this door in another room as well. I really love the way that it turned out. So here are my inspirations of the Dutch door and kind of what I was looking to do, and grabbed a couple ideas from these. I love the way they look. So one side of my door is that chalky gray with a rubbed brown overcoat. I wanted it to match the stairs and the fireplace and the trim that I'm doing in the dining room and the living room of the dollhouse. And then I did paint the other side, like I said, that brown washed stained look to make it kind of look like aging wood. I also added doorknobs to the bottom portion, and then at the top I added some small pull handles. And let me tell you that these handles took me so long to get on. It almost took me as long to put these handles on as it did to make the entire door, because those dang little tiny nails are so small, and my tools were fine, but when I would push them in, they would just pop out. And it was very similar to if you've done wiring for a dollhouse. Those little nails do the same thing, so they do give you extra, but they fly everywhere and they're super tiny. So the other note is that when you're adding doorknobs to doors, I see this a lot in dollhouses, don't put the doorknob exactly halfway up a door. If you look at your doorknobs in your home, in your regular house, you'll see that the doorknobs are usually almost like a third up, not even quite, maybe. And so, I put about just over 2.5 inches, I think, up the door on both, and it looks way more realistic than putting it halfway up the door. Other completions to the kitchen that I added was the base trim between the kitchen and the conservatory, so there wasn't a gap there, so it would just have a seamless look to it between the two spaces. And then I bought a few more accent pieces, and I put those up on the wall, like this lock and key charm here was super cute. I love this piece because it was completely inspired by my trip to Italy, which the whole kitchen is inspired by. And this is just like the bridge in Rome, the Ponte Milvio, I believe is the name. If I might be saying that incorrect, but it doesn't matter. It was beautiful, and it had thousands of, locks of love displayed there, and it was just beautiful, and so I wanted to add a little piece of that. Oh, and by the way, I bought these little tiny signs at Michael's. They have a new line of minis. The furniture is pretty much 1/24 scale, but all the accessories most of them will work with 12 scale, so woohoo, I bought some, I added them, and I also felt like this kitchen needed a little cat, and I think it works perfectly. So now I'm pretty much complete with the kitchen. Of course I say that, but as I kind of looking at these pictures, I'm already thinking about things I'd like to add. So, whatever, part of the process. Nothing is ever really truly completed. And so anyway, for now, I hope that you love the kitchen the way that it's turned out. So that's it for now. If you liked the video, please comment below. And also please subscribe for more content. I also sell miniatures. I previously loved miniatures, so I have an eBay site, so I'm going to put the link below in the description. So if you want to check that out, please do. I have a lot of cool stuff, and I add stuff every month, if not weekly. And if for even other more fun stuff and other mini information, you can also follow me on Facebook. The link is below. And I think that's enough plugs for now. So oh wait, one more. I am doing a very special Mother's Day episode next week, so please check that out. And I think that's it for real this time. All right, bye!